The New York Times, ABC and other mainstream media are running a total news blackout on the revelation of how the Nord Stream pipelines were destroyed, apparently by a joint US and Norwegian operation. Can the New York Times and the major media suppress this indefinitely? Well, I suppose they can, said former senior CIA executive Ray McGovern, speaking on an independent radio talk show on Sunday. But what the mainstream media can't do is stop the rest of us rising to speak out. The challenge for their censorship operation is the huge scale of the story. First, the destruction of the pipelines may be the biggest gas leak in human history. That's according to Andrew Baxter, Director of Energy Strategy for the Environmental Defence Fund. Second, the sabotage was the worst act of industrial terrorism of recent years, and many in the pipeline industry know that the US did it, said investigative journalist Seymour Hersh in a radio interview. Third, there's the global energy angle. The explosion had a serious negative impact on the world energy market, said Chinese Foreign Affairs spokeswoman Mao Ning. She's right. Fourth, and arguably most importantly, the bombing was the sort of terrorist action that normally calls for a major international response. Ray McGovern said this was an act of war, pure and simple. For these reasons, the public around the world can see that it makes no sense that the mainstream media is trying to minimize, hide or kill the story. There are several developments worth noting. First, a huge campaign is underway to discredit Seymour Hersh. As soon as the story broke, his Wikipedia page was edited to relabel him conspiracy theorist. The exact same publications that called him legendary now call him controversial. Second, people are realizing that the deliberate distractions that are filling mainstream media column inches and airtime are clearly just that, deliberate distractions. UFO claims cause everyone to suddenly forget that the US government just perpetrated one of the most consequential terror attacks in human history, said Jackson Hinkle, a popular US commentator. Third, some journalists have attacked the fact that the main whistleblower in Hersh's story is an unnamed source, so it doesn't count as journalism. They seem to have forgotten that the main whistleblower in the Watergate investigation was an unnamed source. Clearly that did count as journalism. Fourth, and I don't think this has been appreciated enough, is that there actually are multiple named sources. For example, a certain person called Joe Biden said he wanted the pipelines taken out and his people have worked out a way to do it. That's on camera and on the record.
There will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that?
I promise you we'll be able to do it.
Says they'll do everything to stop the Nord Stream pipeline.
We do everything we can.
Stream 2 will not move forward.
Victoria Nuland made the same points, also on camera, on the record.
Someone blew up Russia's Nord Stream pipeline.
I mean, we'd have to conclude without the evidence that it's most likely Russia.
Life is strange. There's nothing quite like it. Peace.